just this is one again most frequently asked concept. So especially if you are seeing some last 10 years papers, whether it is GATE or IES, then you can find this question more frequently. Concept associated with this one.
Yeah, and I think for the benefit of the audience, Naveen is an IES officer, so pay a little bit more attention because these are the questions which may very frequently come in, not only in GATE, even in IES also.
Yes. Yeah, actually, this question, this concept, it's more frequent even in IAS also. So yeah, just let us try to answer this question. First, okay, we got a signal, which is a periodic signal with period something like t. Let us assume. Now they are giving some two conditions on that signal. So one is x of t equal to x minus x of minus t, which is we all know that it is a R signal. They are saying, correct? So that is the first condition they are keeping. And second condition is they are saying x of t will be equal to minus x of t minus pi by omega naught. Pi by omega naught. Here, just this pi by omega naught. Here, omega naught is 2 pi by t. So, which is indirectly this term will leads to which is t minus t by 2. Means there is some relation between signal between first half and second half. Now, these are the two conditions they are giving on the signal. With respect to these conditions, we need to find what are the properties of their Fourier series coefficients. So, just for just quickly, can anyone can quickly answer the question? Yeah. First, we'll start with the idea. See, first, we need to find what is the relation between this AN BN. In video just we had discussed what is about this AN and BN and how to find out these coefficients. First, these AN BN represents trigonometric Fourier series coefficients, and we need to now here our interest is not to find exact values, but what is the nature of these values with respect to these. Any answer something?
I think one person has answered it. Let me unmute him so that he can.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we'll discuss otherwise quickly. We can. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I have unmuted. Hello. I don't know his name actually. Redmi IW. Why don't you? He answered A.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, the answer is A actually. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Answer is correct only. Just the explanation we will see. Otherwise, just can you able to quickly tell how you approach the problem? Okay. Otherwise, just I will quickly because of again this less time, so already people are waiting. So I'll quickly go through the issue. See, first actually we need to check whether okay. First, let us take the condition. First condition whether it is a R signal. Now we are aware that the signal which is okay, now see this is the trigonometric Fourier series representation, and we had discussed this in video also. Now in this one, if we are observing these two components relates to even part, and this component relates to odd part. Directly they are saying in the signal is R itself. So obviously this complete part is going to become 0. So we can directly say that AN and A0 is going to be 0. That is trivial case. And if they are giving something like a x of t is an even signal, then it is going to be either way, like Bn is going to be 0. So that's also came some 2-3 times in the previous GATE and IES also. So yeah, that is first part we had answered. And second, above that one, they are keeping another condition, which is the first half of the signal is having some relation with the other half of the signal, which is called as half-wave symmetry. Now, if the signal, just they are saying x of t will be equal to minus x of t minus t by 2. So just let us again follow this condition only. In place of t here, try to substitute t equal to t minus t by 2. Now see, after a period of time, we'll remember this relation. Like if the signal is even, then it is going to contain only cosine terms and DC terms. If the signal is odd, then it is going to contain purely it is going to be sinusoidal. So that actually we need to again over a period of time with practice we can remember. But if again during exam if we again fail to again recollect, just quickly how to again choose the correct answer. That is our objective. Now second. Just actually as we discussed, just try to substitute in a place of t, just t minus t by 2. Just if you're solving basic again algebra, we'll end up with these equations. Now in this one again, if okay, just try to see here, observe here, please observe. In this equation, if this signal and if x of t, if it is satisfying minus x of t minus t by 2, then obviously you can observe this a and bn will be 0 for all even terms. When n is even, then all these terms are going to become 0. So only odd terms will be present in the signal, only odd harmonics. So here all a0, all a0, a3, a1, all became 0 because of that that odd nature of the signal. Second, even in this one also, this b0, b2, b4, all terms became 0. So finally, the spectrum or Fourier series contain only odd harmonics, that too only sinusoidal component. So only bn is going to be present. So that is the final answer. So just answer is A. So which actually one of the participant has selected correctly only. So yeah, this is how we need to proceed for this question. And just try to again answer, if the signal is even and it is having half wave symmetry, then what are the Fourier series quotients are going to be. So just try to answer that part also. Just you post your answers. Meanwhile, I will discuss second question. Just you try to post your answers in the chat box. Okay. So this question, it is actually simple only, but actually the approach first actually we should get the idea. Again, if we are already while again learning the concepts only, if we already aware about these things, just if we analyze in this particular dimension also, then it is easy to answer. Otherwise, again during exam, it is very difficult to answer the question. Especially these kind of questions, we should not lose marks. That is our objective, because these are easy and scoring also. We should not lose in this kind of category. So again, try to answer this question. Again, it is again discrete Fourier transform case. So the actually, if just try to see the question, they are saying actually we got a sequence, a discrete point sequence, which is of 8-point length. So, and for this point sequence, they are finding the DFT to this relation, which is already a standard DFT relation. Based on this one, they are trying to find out just what is the sum of all the components located at even points. So now, if we are not having that idea, how these quotients, how this xk and xn are interrelated. So if we don't analyze this concept while reading, then it is very difficult to answer this question. If we analyze, then it is very straightforward case only. So for example, just see in this relation only, try to find out how x of 0, the first DFT quotient, how it is related. So means when I am keeping k equal to 0, so then how these quotients are going to vary. Just here we can observe that this complete term is going to become 1 e power 0, correct? So then this x of 0 is going to be sum of all the points associated with this signal, correct? So same way, just try to find out the middle point x of 4. Then you can observe that this component is going to become, just try to follow what actually what I am trying to write. This component is going to become -1 whole power n, which means this signal is going to be just sum of even components and just subtraction of sum of we need to subtract both the sum of even components and sum of odd components. So just we got now first component of the discrete DFT, second component of DFT. If we add together, we can observe that we'll get simply this relation. So now actually, if we are not aware about point is, if we know how this x of 0, x of 4 are interrelated, then it is actually straightforward question. We can easily score 2 marks.